Welcome everyone to more live Linux and not really low level, but otherwise low level code and stuff. So today's video vlog step 1200 something or so live on this channel. What is stable and security software, and in this case Linux distribution maintenance. That means someone needs to sit down here and actually cherry pick all the stuff. Sorry, for example, like yesterday this Xorg, so and we of course could just release it, but that would of course not be serious to just release software that we already knew from previous video. And so what is the issue with that in this case is that usually we could just import the update, but the Xorg people in all their wisdom and stuff, previous videos, they removed Xvalent, so we can't just cherry pick the update, and instead we need to do a little bit of extra effort here. So that was those from July the 12th, CAV 2022, 2319 and 2320. It's also why all the stuff obviously takes time and is also expensive, right? Because I'm just wondering, where's my camera here? I think I moved against my camera, of course, cheapskate as I am, is on a microphone stand. That is what I have for 20 years. Anyway, no, in all seriousness, my camera tripod I need for other B scenes and stuff here on this YouTube channel, so microphone stand it is. Anyway, so we need to cherry pick the stuff for this Xorg server proc xkb set geometry. I mean, we could also not care, but we finally want to freaking release our Linux distribution, and then why not be a little bit professional and pull in these changes. So previously, how would you've done it? Decades ago, we would have just diffed that. The upstream package project might release a diff that you could just copy and paste. Or nowadays, of course, for the last decade or so, you would go to the version control system and browse this stuff here. Where is even usually I use, when we click there, or where is actually the freaking, maybe here. Also drop frames, no, of course some drop frames. So add request links, so that would, if we are lucky, it is only little sometimes. So this thing is they have this commit swap. If we are unlucky, backporting of the security also needs this commit. This is what I F1. Let's hope that are exactly, so F1 switch array index, and that would be, but thanks for that tip, I really appreciated that. That is a little bit, as much as I criticize really stuff, that is like splitting this package of Xorg server and Xvalent, but this is really appreciated. That is a little bit of an extra mile of, hey, like if you backport cherry picks this stuff. So DD8 and 6.9, and DD8 and 6.9. So this is all of those. White space, let's hope we don't need the white space fixes or this stuff. So then what I usually do, if it works, and I click there, this usually we use GitHub, and today I live stream over Vodafone's failing doxes, because why not? So where is, does it work with GitHub? It just works with patch. Here it works. So then, as we can't like merge it because we are on the newer version since the other day in our trunk, we go here to Xorg server and just curl the original URL. That is at least what I do. You can also copy and paste it. Oh man, you can't make this. I need to. Either has someone, if you want to help this, I mean, accept sharing, liking, subscribing, GitHub, sponsorship, YouTube membership, OnlyFans, GoFundMe, or just plain old PayPal. You can actually do me a favor, except playing along at home, testing this stuff, filling bug reports or fixing them, and sending some pull requests and patches. You could really figure out, because I have no time and motivation left. So can someone please figure out why with this Sway and Wayland and all the of the desktop Linux stuff, why copy and paste only works, at least in Firefox, every second time. This is really freaking annoying. If you select something and it doesn't copy and paste, that is like the most annoying thing. It's one of those things that for decades copy and paste. Like, I can't remember like the first 20 years of my Linux experience where copy and, I mean, of all the stuff that didn't work, like copy and paste wasn't one of them. So yeah. So if you don't want to donate, if you just want to research that stuff and send me the pull request or config or whatever. So like LAT 2022. Is it the right commit? Yes, this was the right commit. We probably need to rename those in some order. And then of course we need to rebuild all our so some module frames, 5% course, oder vor uns failing Tuxis, garbage, oops. I mean, it could just build, but that would not be the best style. We can go back here, so maybe we name this like 001 or stuff. Just for this would be F. How do we, what was even switch, array loops or array loops patch. And so if you also know a prototype, you might have guessed it already. If you see other distribution upstream packages, if you have patch series, then obviously they often are in some dependent order, and that is why you name them. Then it's like 002. We can just name this here CVE. Actually, we could name this hotfix, but I mean, it's a stable tag. We will never rename that again, so that would be CVE. So the first one, do we have D8, CVE. Yes, we are supposed to be professionals. And then last but not least, that fine little 69 or not. What is, did I not call it correctly? Oh, come on, looks like I didn't. 69, probably copy and pasted that wrong, because I didn't click it twice. 69, yeah, now that comes down there for 002, CVE, there. Let's better hope that applies. And let's test this with, you know what, let's first delete all of those var adm logs, so we don't need to care about any other renamed files of version and stuff, because it's not a version update. So we have, how serious do we take our funny little Linux distributions? These are, of course, at least 22 architectures, because of course they are, and then let's hope for the best, and then we rebuild all of them and finally freaking ship it. The ISOs, if you want to test already, if you want to do me another favor without donating and stuff, you can just go to the T2 release area and download those pre-built binaries for any of your favorite architectures. I hasn't them already on the 10th. There, that night, most of them, at least some others might be potentially, I think PowerPC I might have synced later, not sure why. Are they even there, or did I? No, they are supposed to be there, or whatever. All right, maybe they already generated. So the patches apply. If this is, of course, building this on an epic thread-ripping Horizon. And so the patches apply already, otherwise this would have already failed. And then we use our internal build and ship all of this stuff. Comment out here, because PowerPC once didn't build because I didn't have this special snowflake ISOFS around. And let's build them all in parallel. So this is currently in parallel. So this should rebuild all of it, all 24 architectures. For 22 we build build this missing package and then rebuild the ISO. As you see, this is exactly working. The T2 build maintenance stuff is just based on the keeping everything plain, file and ASCII and stuff simple, just using the log files, so this is why I at times touch or delete the log file there. Just rebuilds this, so this shouldn't, and that probably certainly does not. What was here not present? Why is, oh, this is why, right, this might have been impact. I also need to, actually, I fixed this all upstream. I just need to freaking release an Xorg SJ impact drivers and P3 RSX, for which you can share, like, and subscribe, Patreon and membership and all the good stuff. So yeah, that is what it takes. Especially we of course a little bit the easy benefit of epic automated building all this stuff, cross-compiling all this stuff. So maintaining actually 22 plus architectures easy here in our case. Certainly your mileage may vary with other distributions. But yeah, that is what it takes. That is what other people do as a full-time living of cherry picking patches and releasing this stuff there for all this 1907 Linux distributions out there. But if you had GDB, yeah, some stuff I like basically don't care. Like theoretically, maybe we should should we do one tiny, I mean this, oh, also 1.1000. Yeah, Vodafone's failing doxes, of course it does. Just can't, well, I could, but yeah, I couldn't afford it anymore. If we, it's 3.5 Mbit, it's obviously too much for Vodafone's failing doxes. So GDB, I will not touch for AVR32, but theoretically maybe we should ship a slightly older men version. Does it even really matter? Oh, maybe, you know what, I think I just, something for next time. Not that important who is reading. If you do stuff for AVR32, you probably don't need man pages on your embedded device. Cheers. So yeah, that is what it takes, and this is also what other people do full time. Of course, we don't take our hobby Linux distribution, if you're wondering all the stuff we have with this funny little T2 just drawer and all architectures, mostly working Linux distribution. And theoretically we could do this all day, just that we don't have that stable release series. Basically rolling the release from trunk, building this stuff from trunk, but it would not really be our due diligence and a little bit of like tons of maintenance and stuff if we would now finally release our ISOs with this, maybe not that major, but at least some Xorg recurring C monolithic Linux kernel stuff. Also not even sure if we are we on the very latest. We ship with 17, that is end of life. Maybe we should check 1 second, although I'm probably not updating that now. That would be here on, that would be here on, what did I wanted to, alright, Linux kernel. Daddy's doing a live stream, Junior. You need to check before you call if Puppy is live on the internet. People are watching. Yeah, family calls on live stream, that's all you do to keep your Linux distribution running. Yeah, that's basically also it. I will rsync the ISOs again, also now Junior has hung up. Hopefully that was too boring if Daddy is not paying attention to you. Freaking video call. Funny font, yes, that is comic code. Obviously, you can't take all those monolithic Linux kernel single address space and otherwise everything written in C seriously anymore without some comic code fun. Hope happy that you like the font as per usual of all our series talking here. And then people, number one question, what's your font? Locating previous video, but anyway, appreciate it, and I guess that that's it, right? That were also background jobs. So yeah, that is all it take. And usually we do, as I mentioned, usually we don't do that much stuff, but that's not size RTL 2032. So yeah, we'll be on the server, and then I guess we call it a day. I probably should actually double test the ISO a little bit. We still, previous video, we still work on fully automating our release ISO test procedure stuff, but we are not yet test booting all those things. That will be work for another month and video. So I hope you learned something, find this video distribution vlog interesting, and hope you learned something. Share, like and subscribe, and to see you soon for the next fun stuff to come.